In today's class, we're going to go over agricultural mechanization. Under this, we're going to talk about what is meant by agricultural mechanization, the aims and objectives of agricultural mechanization, and the source of power in agriculture. Okay? The big question is what is meant by agricultural mechanization. In simple terms, agricultural mechanization refers to the application of engineering principles for operating farm machines with a view to increasing farm operations and output. Okay, what is meant by engineering principle? What are those engineering principles that we apply on the farm to increase the farm operations and output? This engineering principle includes mechanical advantage, wheel and axle, lever and pulley system. We're going to talk about more of this engineering principle as we delve into this particular topic. You understand? So in simple terms, the application of engineering principle for operating farm machine with a view to increase farm operations and output is what we call agricultural mechanization. You understand? Do you understand? If you don't understand, reverse the video and listen to the explanation again. Okay? Now, having understand what is meant by agricultural mechanization, why do we need all these machines? Why do we need it on the farm? You understand? And you can also pen this down. Agricultural mechanization refers to the process whereby equipment, machineries, and implements are utilized to boost agricultural and food production. You understand? That's another definition. The use of machines. Okay? So now, having understand what is meant by agricultural mechanization, why is it important on the farm? What is the aim? Why do we employ machines on the farm? The first point is to increase efficiency of production. Okay, to increase efficiency of production. You see, one of the importance of agricultural mechanization is to increase the efficiency of production. That is, it helps to minimize wasted time and effort. You understand? It helps to minimize wasted time and effort. For example, let's say a farmer want to cultivate 1 hectares of land. If that farmer will employ manual labor, it will consume a lot of time. You understand? But if machines such as tractor and other machines are used, you will see that within a short period of time, the land is already done. You understand? So that's one of the importance and the aims and objective of agricultural mechanization. It helps to it increase the efficiency of production. You understand? It enables the farmer to cultivate large areas of land within short period of time. You understand? That is one of the important. Also, if machine is employed, machine is substituted for labor, so it significantly reduce the numbers of labor used on the farm. That is what efficiency of production talks about. Reduction in time loss and effort. You understand? So that's it. Another aims of employing machine on the farm is to reduce farm drudgery and hazard. You see, farm mechanization makes farm work easier and interesting because it helps in performing power-intensive tasks. You understand? Example is that, let's say if I want to cultivate 12 hectares of land. You understand? Now, imagine using cutlass to weed 12 hectares of land. That one is so demanding. You understand? That one is power intensive. So in an attempt to reduce the stress, we employed farm machines. You understand? So it helps to perform those farm drudgery and work. Those work on the farm that required intense power. You understand? That is what we call drudgery work on the farm. Are you paying attention? So that's one of the importance of agricultural mechanization. Do you understand? Okay, so let's move to number 3. It encourages timeliness of farm operation, as I've stated earlier. That's one of the things that efficiency talks about. Mechanization ensures that the farm work is carried out very fast. You understand? Are you paying attention? For example, I will say, let's just cite another example now. Let's say, even you yourself, you want to cultivate maybe 500 hectares of land. No matter the amount of numbers of people that you employ, it will not be as effective as using a farm machines. You understand? So it encourages and ensures that farm work is carried out very faster. Are you paying attention? And you know that the timeliness of farm operation has assumed a greater significance in obtaining optimum yield, because the time that is supposed to use to weed and do use to do other work on the farm because of already employed machine. You're still going to use those time to do another important thing. You understand? You're still going to use those time to do another significant things on the farm. Are you paying attention? So that is one of the importance of agricultural mechanization. Do you understand? Okay, another point is that it helps to increase productivity. You understand? How does farm mechanization help us to increase productivity? Farm mechanization helps to increase productivity by enabling the farmer to cultivate large areas of land within a short period of time. You understand? And in that case, the output that is gotten from farm will be increased. You understand? Another objective and aim of agricultural mechanization is that it encourages farmers to practice large-scale farming. Mechanization results in a shift from subsistence farming to large-scale farming, because when you have a lot of resources that can cover a lot of ground. For example, you have machines that you can use to weed hectares of land. You have planter, you have harvester. You will want to move from cultivating small areas of land to cultivating large areas of land. That is large-scale farming. Are you paying attention? And this shift occurs mainly due to the need for more land and capital to be associated with farmer in order to reap the full technology benefits. For example, let's say a farmer is cultivating one plot of land before. Now, when that farmer gets resources, he has machine that is able to cultivate more than one plot of land. In an attempt to reap the full benefit of the machines that he has, he's going to try expanding the farm. You understand? That is one of the importance and the aims of agricultural mechanization. Do you understand? Okay, I want you to note one important thing. Mechanization can be partial or complete. When we talk about partial mechanization, when part of the farm work is being done by farm machine, that is called partial mechanization. Are you paying attention? And for complete mechanization, all the farm work is being done by the farm machine. You understand? Okay, let's move to the source of power in agriculture. Power refers to the time rate at which work is done in the farm. You understand? Now, power is the time rate of doing work. Are you paying attention? That means work cannot be done without power. Are you paying attention? So, Eden, we are going to be talking about how farmers source power on the farm to perform various jobs and activities on the farm on a daily basis. Are you paying attention? So, let's start with the first one. We have the human power. The human power is provided by human being. Are you paying attention? It is the most common source of power in the farm operations. Are you paying attention? Man, through his intelligence, can perform activities on the farm such as ploughing, harrowing, ridging, planting, harvesting, and other activities like that. But one of the disadvantages of human power is that it consumes a lot of time. You understand? It consumes a lot of time and energy. Okay, let's talk about the advantages of human power and the disadvantages. Okay, let's look at the advantages of human power. The first one there is that it is easily available in all farm operating. You see, I discover on my farm that one of my farm machine is faulty and I need to weed some parts of the farm. So in that case, I make use of my hands with the use of some basic tools such as cutlass. Are you paying attention? So that is it. Use of laborer on the farm to carry out some farm operation is known as human power. You understand? So that is one of the advantages of human power. And also, the second advantage there is that it is easy to control. You understand? Of course, you can easily control your laborers on the farm. But eventually, if you didn't want them to do some things, you will tell them that they shouldn't do it. That's one of the advantage of human power. Okay, let's look at the disadvantage of human power. The first point is that it cannot perform tedious farm work. Tedious farm work are those farm work that is not interested. Those are farm work that is slow. Another disadvantage is that human power consumes a lot of time and energy. You understand? The time rate of doing work is what we call power. So if you employ human power on your farm, the time which human will use to carry out the activities will not be the same time which you are going to use to do it using your farm machines. You understand? So human power consumes a lot of time and energy. Another one is efficiency decreases with age. You understand? That is it. You cannot compare the work that a young man will do with the work that an old man will do. You understand? So the efficiency, which is the time rate, the time at which work is done, decreases. The output which you got, the result, the time at which the activities is being carried out is done, decreases with age. As the age of human increases, there is a limit to the activities that such person can do on the farm. You understand? So the efficiency decreases with age. Having talked about the advantage and disadvantage of human power, those advantages are also their characteristic. You understand? Those advantages that I gave you, those advantage and disadvantage, they are the characteristic of human power. They are mostly primitive, highly inefficient, highly energy consumption, low cultivated area, and others like that. Okay? There is one point that I want to give you under this human power. The horsepower, the power rating, please pay attention. The power rating is 0.1 horsepower. HP means horsepower, you understand? That is one of the points that I want to give you. Do you understand? You can see that it is very low. Are you paying attention? It is very low. So, that is why it is time consuming and energy consumption. You understand? Imagine 0.1 of the power rating of human power being 0.1 horsepower. There is limit to the activities that can be done on day-to-day basis on the farm. You understand? So those are the characteristic advantage and disadvantages of human power. Okay, let's talk about the animal power. This is the power derived from farm animals, which are used to perform some farm operations. You know, we've talked about human power now. We are moving to another source of power on the farm, which is what? Animal power. Animal power. Now, I'm giving you the definition of animal power. They are power derived from farm animals which are used to perform some farm operations on the farm. Example include bulls. You know, bulls are used for pulling plough. You understand? They are used to pull farm machines such as plough, harrows, and planters. You understand? So even camel are used to carry load. You understand? So that is one of the those are the animals that perform some operations on the farm. We have the bulls for moving some machines such as harrows, planters, and ploughs. We have the camel and horse and donkey, which are used for transportation of farm produce. You understand? Okay, let's look at the characteristic of animal power. The first characteristic that we're going to talk about is the power rating. The power rating of animal power is 1.5. Okay, the power rating of animal power is 1.5 horsepower. You can see now, even comparing human power to animal power is still more efficient compared to human power. You understand? So that is it. Okay, so it is 1.5 horsepower. That is the power rating of animal power. You understand? Okay, another characteristic is that it is better than manual or human power. You can see now, it is better than manual or human power. Another characteristic is that it has larger capacity for animal drawn tools. You know, in this source of power for farm operation, we use animal to pull machines such as planters, plough. So these animals has larger capacity to draw tools. You understand? Another characteristic of animal power is that they are prone to fly infestation. You know, these animals that you are using to perform one or two functions on the farm, they are also susceptible to fly. You understand? They are also susceptible to some insects. Example is the fly. Are you paying attention? So those are the characteristics. Now, from this characteristic, you can easily identify the advantage and disadvantage. For example, if I'm to talk about the advantage is that animal power is better than human power. Another advantage is that they have an high power rating compared to human power. You understand? That is another advantage. So, and disadvantage is that these animals are susceptible to fly infestation. You understand? Are you paying attention? So that is it. Let's talk about the mechanical power. Okay, mechanical power. That is the third power source on the farm. Mechanical power. Mechanical power. Please kindly pay attention to the explanation. Okay. Now, mechanical power. The power rating in mechanical power is 10 to 200 horsepower. You understand? The power rating. The power rating is 10 to 200 horsepower. You can see that this one we have another advantage over the other source of power, even looking at the power rating. Are you paying attention? So the power rating is 10 to 200 horsepower. Let me explain what is meant by mechanical power on the farm. They are the power derived from machines. You understand? This power are derived from machines. You know, I told you that human power is derived from human being like me and you. Animal power is derived from animal, using animal to put some machines on the farm, such as planter and other machines like that. Another source of farm power now is mechanical power. You understand? So we are going to talk about it. Mechanical power are those power that is derived from farm machines. These farm machines include planter, harrows, harvester, ridges, plowers, etc. You understand? So let's look at the characteristic of mechanical power. The first characteristic is their power rating. The power rating of mechanical power is 10 to 200 horsepower. Okay. The second point here is that with the aid of mechanical power, it is it makes it easier for the farmer to cover more areas of land of cultivation. You understand? To cultivate large areas of land. Point 3 is that it is highly efficient. Okay, compared to the human power and the animal power, mechanical power is highly efficient. It reduces time rate of doing work and also enhance productivity. That is the first point. Then the 6th point there, don't forget that we are not looking at the advantage now, we are talking about their characteristic. If you know their characteristic, you can easily know the advantage and disadvantage. Are you paying attention? So the first point, okay, the 5th point now is that it is expensive. Okay, it is highly expensive. Imagine what's the cost of tractor now. You want to get a tractor, even to borrow. Are you paying attention? So it is expensive. Now the 5th point is that it requires skilled labor. You cannot drive a tractor, you cannot operate this farm machine if you are not skilled. You understand? And this another point here is that it requires high maintenance cost. If one of the spare parts is damaged, the cost of maintaining the part of these farm machines is expensive. You understand? Okay, another point is that it can lead to unemployment of the people. You know that when you as a farmer, you substitute the work that labor are supposed to do for farm machine, those labor will not be able to do anything. Hence, there is unemployment. For example, let's say the work that 200 laborers are supposed to do, you just use tractor or any other farm machines to do the job. You can see now. So because the farm machine has substitute the work that human are supposed to do, this leads to unemployment. You understand? Okay, another source of power that we're going to talk about is solar power. Okay, solar power, that is the 3rd power source on the farm. That is the 4th one. 4th, solar power. Okay, solar power. Okay, let's look at the meaning of solar power. This is the power derived from radiation, light and heat reacting the earth from the sun. That is it. That is the simplest definition of solar power. When we talk about solar, we're talking about the energy, the power derived from the sun. But this energy we didn't just derive it from the sun, it's translated into radiation, light and heat. Are you paying attention? Which is reaching the earth from the sun. That is what we call solar power. Characteristic is that it is useful for space heating, water heating and crop drying. Example is that if you want to produce, let's say if you want to preserve your crop, you can sun dry them. You understand? That is one of the characteristics. Another characteristic is that it is free. Of course, everybody, provided that you are on this earth, you can use the sun. You can use it for various purposes. Example is what we just talked about: eating of the farm produce, sun drying. Are you paying attention? Another point is that it is cheap source of power. It is easily available. Also, it is only available during the day. You understand? It is only available during the day. Okay? So it cannot be controlled, adjusted, or stored. That is it. That is also one of the characteristics. It cannot be controlled. Also, it fluctuates in supply. Okay? It fluctuates in supply. For example, you might have a day that the weather is the sun is harsh, and you might also have a day where the weather is cool. You understand? So that is it. It fluctuates in supply. So those are the characteristics of solar power. Another power that we're going to talk about is the wind power. The fifth power source is the wind power. Wind power. Okay? Another power source on a farm is the wind power. Wind power is the power generated by the wind movement. You understand? It is used in windmill to generate power by wind and also used in pumping water out of the borehole. That is the simplest definition of wind power. Wind power refers to power generated from the wind. Let's look at the characteristic. Number one, it is used with wind vane. Okay, what is the function of wind vane? The function of wind vane is to show the direction of the wind. You understand? Okay, another point here is that it is available everywhere. Okay, it cannot be stored and it is difficult to control. Those are the characteristics of wind power. You understand? The next source of power that we're going to talk about under sources of power in agriculture is the nuclear power. You understand? The nuclear power. The nuclear power. Nuclear power refers to the power derived from nuclear energy. You understand? Are you paying attention? So that is it. And the characteristic is that it is clean source of power, and this source of power is easy to control. You understand? Those are the characteristics of nuclear power. Okay, so we have 6 sources of power in agriculture. We have the human power with power rating of 0.1 horsepower, and we have the second animal power with power rating of 1.5 horsepower. We have the mechanical power, which is the most efficient, though it is expensive, with the power rating of 10 to 200 horsepower. And we have the solar, wind, and nuclear power. You understand? So that will be all for this class. In this class, we've talked about the definition of agricultural mechanization. We talk about the aims and objectives of agricultural mechanization, and we talk about the sources of power for various agricultural activities on the farm. Okay, that will be all for this class. See you in the next class. To watch the next class, kindly check the description of this video. You are going to see a link there. Click on that link, or you should check the playlist on this channel. Okay, see you in the next class.